How do we handle our kids who have big feelings? How do we do that? And how do we talk about it in a way that represents Jesus well, that shares the gospel with our children, and also leads them through managing their feelings? That's the question we're going to answer today. And in this video, you and I are first going to walk through, what are we thinking? How do we view big feelings? How do we then navigate the feelings that we feel because of the big feelings we're experiencing from our children? And the truth is, this conversation holds whether our children are very little and you're dealing with this with a toddler who's having those lovely temper tantrums at 2 and 3, or you're dealing with this with your preteen or teenager who is now basically in a whole new influx of feelings and emotions, and you don't know what to do with them. How do we walk this out with our kids? The first point I want you to know before we go any further in this is that, yes, you are called to walk this out with kids. You're called to help lead your child in managing their feelings. I know there is a lot of framework right now, a lot of conversation out there about letting your children have their feelings and letting their feelings run the gamut or expend all of their energy. And in some ways that's true, and we'll talk about those exceptions. But what we also want to understand is you and I and our children are reflecting God's image. We are image bearers walking around in this world. And one of the things as image bearers that we're called to be is we're called to be a light to this world. And so we're going to help our children manage and navigate their feelings without stifling them, without telling them their feelings don't count, because their feelings count. But we're going to know how to put them in the right place so that conversations lead back to the one, lead back to Jesus, and how he meets our feelings, how he accepts us there and calls us forward. So that's the whole idea of this video. We're going to look really quickly in the Word.